To those who don't know, I'm actually a huge Poppy fan. I've been a huge fan of her since she started putting up cryptic YouTube videos back in the day, and I've followed her career ever since as a fan. You can say I'm a member of the Poppy cult. Anyways, Poppy dropped a new album recently entitled I Disagree, and I have indeed had the chance to listen to it. So let's get started. So we start with the intro track. As you may or may not know, the intro track is very important to me, kinda gives me an insight on what exactly I'm stepping into here. So we start with the track entitled Concrete, which I've heard prior to this album dropping. And might I say, the changing contrasts of moods in this song, from the sludgy metal breakdowns to the happy pop-like verses, really show Poppy having this conflicting battle within herself. The real Poppy is starting to come out and wants to kill and bury the old Poppy as much as possible. She wants to break the chains that have been holding her back, which you'll hear all throughout this album. Then we get into I Disagree, which I've also heard prior to the album dropping. Poppy even performed it live on WWE NXT, which was fucking awesome. I got chills watching that. This song is incredible again. You see Poppy breaking out of that mold she was metaphorically stuck in, breaking out of the pressure that was supposedly put on her all of these years. Keep in mind this is all interpretation. But I love this song, it really shows her molding into her own sound. While before she was doing pop kinda electronic stuff under Diplo's label, she's gotten more into an industrial nu metal kind of sound, with her own flavor to it. This song really shows her spreading her wings. I was amazed that Poppy could drop a nu metal kind of track, and it sounds amazing. Blood Money is another industrial metal kind of track, very distorted, metallic, sludgy, very Nine Inch Nails-like, a bit of a Typo Negative vibe in there as well. I really love this song, probably one of my favorites on the album. I just love the instrumental manipulation of sounds incorporated into this track, as Poppy screams out her emotions and thoughts. Anything Like Me then follows, which was the theme song to NXT TakeOver Portland. Again, she performed it live at the show. Another great track. I don't mean to compare her to any other artists, but I'm getting Marilyn Manson vibes off this track. Again, she's really trying to break into the industrial nu metal kind of sound, and she's doing fucking great with it. She seems really happy with the music she put out on this album. She stands out. She doesn't want to be like everybody else in the industry today. While I compare her to other artists like Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson, she does add a lot of her own uniqueness to those layers, which make it fucking awesome. Now, Fill the Crown is one of her heavier songs, and is another one of my favorites on the album. Just a badass track altogether. The message being delivered in the song, she says, "You can be anyone that you want to be, you can be free." Those words hit me. I can hear that she's thriving to be who she really wants to be, and I think the importance of the message behind this song is that she wants all of her fans, all of us, just to be who we are, and to never try to be something we are not, to never let anybody control what we are, to break away from those chains, and how easy it actually is to break out of that cage that society puts us in. Now, the song Nothing I Need kinda softens things up a bit. It's not as heavy as the previous songs, it's a smoother, more emotional kind of song. It takes some small elements of her old sound and mixes it with the new sound. At this point, I think she just doesn't care what people think, and will do the music that she wants to do, not what any label or people try to tell her to do. Now, the song Sit/Stay is a beautiful song. The iconic 90s acid techno bass line from the Roland TB-303 was fucking great to hear. I'm a huge fan of that instrument. But this song is another softer track with some slightly harder interludes. Welcome to the starting line, she says on this song, which basically says it's time to forgive yourself for your past mistakes and start fresh. It's such a beautiful track. All in all, and this may be a little biased, but I have nothing bad to say about this album. Many of you will listen to it and say the same thing. The next 3 songs are great, specifically Bite Your Teeth. The fucking breakdowns on that song are just raw as fuck. I love it. Another favorite. Sick of the Sun has an 80s vibe to it, which it's wavy, I dig it. It's a bit depressing, but gets you in the feels. Don't Go Outside is a unique, trippy kind of vibe. Kinda 60s sounding, but out of nowhere. Transitions into a goth rock type of feel. She's all over the place in a good way. No song on this album sounds the same. This album, like I've said, is incredibly unique, but I think it's one of her best projects so far, and that's a key phrase, so far. That's the thing, she has so much ahead of her, she is getting better and better over the years. She's fucking awesome, and yeah, I'm a bit biased, but fuck it, this is my channel, I'll say how I feel. And I truly feel that this album is great, whether I'm a huge fan or not. Again, it shows Poppy really breaking out of that fucking shell she felt trapped in, and she's transitioning into her own vision. This album, all in all, has some heavy fucking breakdowns and beautiful lyricism. I love it. At the end of the day, music is music. There's good music and bad music. So I'm gonna give this album a 10 out of 10. That's all I gotta say about this album. Feel free to comment what you think below, and hit that subscribe button if you wish to see more content. Thank you for watching. Rock on.